Hello, Priscilla. How did you become interested in learning about clinical hypnosis?
A very good friend and colleague of mine invited me to a hypnosis conference in 1993 in New Orleans. And since I trusted her, I went. And what I experienced there and learned there changed my life personally and professionally. I was impressed by the faculty, their friendliness, their genuine caring, the conviction in what they were doing, and their availability to everybody there to support and continue to encourage their learning and practice of clinical hypnosis. I experienced some things personally in the exercises that we did that helped me learn a lot about myself and access resources and aspects of myself that I later went on to use in my life as a musician and as an athlete and of course as a therapist. When I went back into my practice with what I had learned, I felt like I was taking gifts back into my practice. And I noticed people got excited. And the desired changes that they wanted began to occur more rapidly. And when the therapy ended, they took with them the skills of self-hypnosis and were much more confident. And so that was 1993. This is 2014, and I've been dedicated to using and developing this skill for many years and went on to write papers and teach internationally. So it's become a very important part of my life.
Did you receive information about hypnosis during graduate school training?
Unfortunately, I did not. It was hardly ever mentioned. Even though we all learn about Freud in graduate school, they never mentioned that the belief in the unconscious that Freud went on to develop the technique of psychoanalysis, that belief was kindled in an observation of Charcot and Breuer doing hypnosis. But I regretted that I had not learned anything about it in grad school.
What were some of the key events that helped cultivate your interest?
I found the individuals in the American Society of Clinical Hypnosis in particular, and I've been to trainings with other societies and internationally, that these people were open-minded. I think you have to be open-minded to get interested and use clinical hypnosis, since there's a lot of misconception, misunderstanding about it. I found these people very creative and wanting to continue to develop more and more applications of this. Then when I decided to do my training towards my certification, I found someone that nurtured my ideas, some of which were original, and encouraged me to write my first paper. Presenting that paper and the way it was received was a real inspiration. And then I began to teach. And to do so, I was motivated to go back and study history of hypnosis, history of psychotherapy, and I felt myself being encouraged by everybody I knew through the American Society of Clinical Hypnosis. And then some applications for myself personally. I'd had an injury mountain climbing, and in using hypnosis, I was able to heal the injury and get back on the mountain.
If a young social worker were to ask why they should explore clinical hypnosis training, what would you tell them?
That to learn clinical hypnosis would deepen their ability to work with clients, that it would deepen their own self-awareness as a therapist, and give them an appreciation for where psychotherapy all began, an appreciation which I did not have before I studied clinical hypnosis. It's a way to help people identify and access their resources and to do so on an ongoing basis. So it feels much more like a collaborative effort with a client. It makes the therapist's job easier. it empowers the client, and they end up saying and doing things and going places in their life that I believe are quite a bit beyond what they might have done without the clinical hypnosis. Another rationale is to become part of a supportive community above and beyond simply the supportive community of your profession, where there's a respect and equality amongst all professionals, whether that be MDs, PhDs. Just a very stimulating environment of people, ongoing support, stimulating learning, and giving you a full range of skills that you can offer your clients.
Thank you for sharing this with us.
You're very welcome.